Okay, these are some important definitions that will help you in understanding some of the concepts that we're going to be talking about today in genetics. One is a gene, and a gene is a unit of heredity that's passed from a parent to the offspring, and this unit contains information on the characteristics that the offspring will possess. An allele is an alternative form of the gene that's located in a specific area of a chromosome. An allele can be either dominant or recessive. An example of this is the color of a plant seed. Green could be dominant or big A, and yellow could be recessive, little a. And if any of the offspring receive at least one A for this gene, the plant seed will be green because the dominant allele masks the expression of the recessive allele. The recessive trait will only show when the offspring receive two recessive alleles. Another important definition is genotype, which is the entire collection of genes that make up an organism. And phenotype is an organism's observable characteristics determined by its genotype. A couple more that aren't on the board are homozygous, in which case the individual has two of the same allele, whether it's two of the big A or two of the little a. And another one is heterozygous. In a heterozygous genotype, the organism receives one dominant allele and another recessive allele. And usually the dominant one is the dominant trait is the one that shows. But in incomplete dominance, in codominance, that isn't the case.
And now I'm going to talk to you about codominance. An example of codominance would be blood types. There's 4 different blood types. One is A, and the genotype for that is either big IA, or big I, little a. You also have B blood type, which is big IB, or big IB, little I. The third type, which is the one that would be expressed as codominance, is type A blood, or AB blood, which is big IA, big IB. And this is because you have an A from the A blood type and a B from the B blood type, but it's expressed as AB blood, which is a totally different type of blood. And you also have type O, which is the only fully recessive blood type, which is little I, little I.
My name's Sierra, and I'm going to give an example of incomplete dominance. And in incomplete dominance, both of the traits blend together, and an example of this is snapdragon flowers, whereas one parent can have a red phenotype expressing red flowers, and it'll have two of the dominant R alleles, just for this example. So the red parent will be capital R, and it can be crossed with a white parent, which is little r, or homozygous recessive, where the other parent is homozygous dominant. And in this cross, it'll yield, because it's incomplete dominance, it'll yield offspring all heterozygous, where one allele is capital R and the other is lowercase r. And all of these will express the intermediate phenotype, which would be the red combined with white, producing all pink offspring. And that is incomplete dominance.